Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about 5 most common mistakes people do when they start doing EFT or tapping regularly or not so regularly. Those mistakes are common even for the newly certified practitioners, EFT practitioners, or not so newly certified practitioners. Stay with me till the end, and you learn how to improve your own practice with EFT tapping. I'm Gergana Radovich, holistic health coach, sleep expert, and EFT trainer. And before I start talking about the mistakes, let's do a quick morning EFT practice to increase motivation, to increase energy, and do take the best out of the day. And let's start from the side of the hand. We'll do a really short but sweet EFT practice, 1 or 2 rounds only. And let's start with something like, even though I'm not ready to start the day yet, I love and accept myself. And while you're saying this out loud or in your mind, just take a quick note. How true does this feel from 0 to 10? 0 is not true at all, 10 absolutely true. Put a number and remember that number. And let's do it one more time. Even though I'm not ready to start the day yet, I love and accept myself. And one final time, even though I'm not ready to start my day yet, I love and accept myself and accept how I feel. Go on the top of the head. I'm not ready to start the day yet. Eyebrow point. I have too much work to do. On the eye. I'm not ready to start the day. Under the eye. I feel anxious. Under the nose. I'm not sure where to start from. On the chin. I have too much to do. Too much to do. On the chest. I'm not sure where to start from. Under the arm. It's too much. On the thumb. I don't want to start the day. Pointer. I don't have enough motivation to do anything that needs my attention now. Middle finger. It's too much. Ring finger. I'm anxious about today. Pinky finger. It's really too much. Top of the head. I feel anxious. Eyebrow point. I'm not ready to start. Side of the eye. It's too much. Too much stress. Under the eye. I'm not sure where to start. Under the nose. It's too much. On the chin. I'm not sure what to do first. On the chest. But maybe I can start from somewhere. Under the arm. Maybe I can release this tension. On the thumb. Maybe I can release the stress and anxiety. Pointer. and start from there. I choose to release the stress and anxiety. I choose to embrace the day. I choose to be grateful for what I have and to be grateful that I have this day ahead. Inhale, exhale, inhale once again, exhale. And rate once more from 0 to 10. Where are you right now? If your motivation to start the day or stress where motivation was low, but and stress was high on the scale from 0 to 10, what are their numbers now? How energized, how ready, how motivated are you at this very moment looking for the day ahead? I would love to see your comments. I see already we have some comments. Hi Stasi, good morning. Welcome here in today's video. I'm so happy to see you here. And please share with me how you feel now in comparison with a few minutes ago, a few minutes before. And now we're really ready to start talking about the most common mistakes. When people do when they try to apply tapping to their day. And if you are new to the topic, EFT tapping stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, which are very simple but extremely powerful techniques for stress release, anxiety release, increasing of motivation, increasing performance, for releasing other negative emotions, chronic pain, improving sleep, and so much more. Tapping is really tapping with the tips of the fingers through different points, mostly on the head, upper body, and on the fingers. Different practitioners show different tapping points, but you've just seen my favorite ones, the ones that I use regularly. And EFT or tapping, simply tapping, is a wonderful solution for a lot of problems, but only and if you apply the tapping regularly and you know what you are doing actually. So let me show you the 5 most common mistakes that I see people make. As a trainer, my main goal is to teach how people should apply EFT on a regular basis and how should use EFT with their clients. But I've noticed that with time, we tend to, if we don't make it a priority, we tend to forget to apply it, or we lose our faith in the benefits. So here comes the very first mistake that most people make when they meet with tapping. And this first and very common mistake is that maybe they've tried it once or twice or several times and they see result. And later on, when they see result, when they see a couple of benefits, they tend to forget to do it regularly. So the first real important mistake, a real significant mistake, is that people don't do tapping regularly. And if we want to see results, especially for significant issues, for significant problems, we need to do it daily, even a couple of times a day. So this is the first most common mistake. The second most common mistake in my practice, or what I've seen from others, is that, and please note, all these mistakes I've done in my own practice, either with myself or with my clients. And that's why I'm creating this video. I want you to become better and have more benefits, either for you or for your clients, if you are already certified in EFT. And then the second most common mistake is that people are not specific. In order to be really successful with tapping, you need to use exact, well, maybe not exact, but you need to pinpoint the problem that you're working on. So let's say you'd like to reduce your weight, you'd like to reduce your cravings, you'd like to stop eating certain kinds of food. You can do that, but you need to use tapping specifically about this problem. For example, if you'd like to stop eating salty foods or sweet foods, you need to use different phrases that reminds you about that certain food. For example, donuts or chocolate or bagels, whatever it's you'd like to stop eating. And this thing has another side as well. When we use the reminder phrases, we use the reminder phrases when we tap on the points. So I've seen people here, I've done the mistake as well. When they start tapping on the points, they start talking and can't stop talking. And they are going too broad on the specific issue. It might be not it might not be a good example, it might not be a mistake, but still remember when in general terms, in most general cases, when we are tapping on the points, we like to be short and specific. We might use phrases as this craving, this chocolate craving, this muffin, or whatever you're working on. And then the third often mistake is that people are not tapping on the exact points. And it might bring some results, but that's not what you want to do if you want to get real, significant, and quick results. So one very, very common mistake is that people see a video, read an article, and presume that they're ready to do tapping and achieve great results. And this might not be the case. So if you'd like to learn the points, if you'd like to learn how to apply EFT, you should either consult a practitioner if you'd like to work on your own issues, or you should go through a training if you'd like to learn how to use EFT tapping to working for work of so you can work with your clients. And it was just a side note for you to have in mind. I learned about EFT probably 10 years ago, more or less, maybe even more than 10 years. And I had been using it for a couple of years before I went to my first certification course. And I was amazed at how much I weren't at that course, even though up to that moment I had used EFT for a couple of years with results. So that's why I'm saying the course itself, the certification itself, may will open huge doors for you. So you may like to consider this option. And again, the this third mistake was that people are not sure where the points are. And the more exact you're with the points, the better results you're going to get. The fourth most common mistake is related to the results. I've had these people who come, clients or not, or people that have seen my videos, and they reach out and ask and say, well, I'm following all your advice. I'm tapping regularly. I'm exact with the wording. I know where the points are, and still I can't see any results. And it's really very common. People don't see results, but in my opinion, they are not prepared actually to, to recognize the results, or they don't recognize the results that they are getting. And this is really a huge point right here, because in order to continue using, I believe that in order to continue using any tool, either tapping or something else, you should be able to recognize the benefits and the results. And why people are sometimes are not able to recognize the results or are not getting the results, it might be due to different factors, but most common factor is that they are not sure. First, they're working on too big problem for them at that moment, or a problem that they should be working with someone and not alone. For example, such problems are severe anxiety, depression, severe obesity, fears, phobias, and other big traumatic events. Those are events or problems that we can see some progress, but basically we are just scratching the surface. And for those problems, we do need to work with some practitioner or somebody who is who has specialized in such areas. And only then we would see most cases, only then we would be able to see significant results in really short periods of time. And again, if you're attempting to work on such issues alone, you might not see the results that you're wishing for, but still there will be some results. Maybe you'll feel more relaxed, maybe you'll sleep better, maybe you'll manage stress better, and so on. And that's really, really common. And another option here, another common result is that there are results, but we are not, and the results are significant, but not on the issue that we are working on. Let me give you my own example here. Um, an example from my own practice. When I certified in EFT and I started working really regularly, every day, several times a day, even, I worked on various issues. on various beliefs such as guilt, my weight, my communication with others, and so on and so on. Let me assure you, if you're searching for a topic to work on, you are going to find that topic for sure. That's true for every one of us. So I was working on all over these topics for years, well, for months, even some years. And then one of my closest friends said to me something that really surprised me. And she said, "You are a very relaxed person." And I was shocked at the first moment because until that point, I had never considered myself a relaxed person. I consider myself busy, angry, always on the go, stressed, everything, but everything else but relaxed. And it actually happened a couple of years ago. And then I looked back at my own practice and my own situation, and I realized that while I was working on all these other issues, I had turned into really more relaxed, not so nervous, not so angry person. So that's what that's what often happens when we start tapping. We might be working on one issue and then all of a sudden we understand that we've cleared completely other issue. And then the final really, well, we can talk hours and hours about mistakes, but remember, those are the 5 most common mistakes that people make when they start their own practice or they don't have a formal training. And even sometimes even though they have some formal training, they still do these mistakes. And the final mistake is that people are, or you might not be tapping on the exact problem. Let me give you another example here. Lots of people use EFT for pain release, chronic pain release. And I've had this several people came to me and said, well, I've been working on this pain for weeks or months or some significant period of time, and I don't go anywhere with this. The pain is still here. There is no difference at all. I don't know what to do. And when I ask them a few questions, it usually turns out that they've been working on the physical pain, but they've never looked at the emotional side of the pain. And if we don't look at the emotional side, we might not be able to release the chronic pain. And when we're working with the pain, when we work with the pain, a few things should be noted. First, you might release the pain completely. This is probably the best result. And or you might not release the pain completely, and that's fine. But when you apply some EFT, actually you're clearing and you are looking at the real reasons for the pain, for the emotional parts of the pain. You'll find out that when you release the emotional part, the pain lessens or disappears. And many researchers, doctors say that the emotional part is up to 60%, constitutes up to the 60% of the pain. And that's why after tapping, if the pain was 9 or 10 or 8, after some rounds of tapping, it might go to 3 or 4 or 2 and stay there. Because this is the real physical, in most cases, this is the real physical part of the pain. And that's what we should be looking at. We should be looking at the exact problem. And when we find the exact problem, we can reveal this problem and release it with tapping really easy. And I see this in every single one with my clients. When they come to me to the session, they have certain, say, issues or certain problems, and we start on these certain problems, what's seen on the surface. And then we go deeper. We go deeper, and sometimes it's in entirely unexpected direction, and that's fine. And those were my 5 most common mistakes that people make when they start tapping. Let's go over them once again. First mistake, people don't do it regularly. Second, they are too broad with their reminder phrases. Third, they can't recognize the results. They don't tap on the exact problem, and it seems like I've missed one. And this one is that people rush through the points. They really tap once here, once here, once here, once here. They go to the last point, say nothing happened. And in order to get results, in order to get to shift the energy, we need to spend a few moments here. And when I'm saying a few moments, generally it's between 5 and 7 taps, but we may stay at each point longer, or we may stay longer at the points that are really strong for us. I mean, that my two favorite points for tapping are on the head and on the chest. So often I spend more time there, and that's okay. So remember, this was the 5th most common mistake. People rush through the points. Don't do that, and do your tapping practice regularly. And if you find that you don't want to do it alone, you have to work on significant issue, don't hesitate, reach out to me and I will help you clear your vision and get to your goals. Thank you for being with me today and see you next time. Bye bye.